This is going to be a little bit of a ramble. Hi guys, it's Misty from the Book Rat, and you've probably forgotten that I exist. I didn't mean to disappear in the way that I did. I know that is something that I do every now and then. It is a bad habit that I have, but this time it was a whole... And I don't want to necessarily talk too much about it because it's just a downer, but I know that everyone's kind of not themselves and life is not normal right now. We're in the middle of a pandemic. A lot of people have gotten sick, and because of that, and because of the fact that I got sick, I really should have let you guys know that I was okay. I should have just posted a status on YouTube letting you guys know. Even while I was sick, I knew that, and I just couldn't seem to muster the will to do so. In between that and the kind of energy drain that it turns out that the coronavirus is, and a pretty serious back injury, I've been not me for the majority of this year, for at least 6 months now, which sucks real bad. And so partly I've been gone. Hi, Casanova. Hi, buddy. He's right there. He's right there. Partly I've been gone for a while because it just became habit to not make videos or blog or talk about books anywhere on the internet in any capacity, but also partly because I haven't been reading. Yeah, I haven't been reading at all, and it's hard to talk about books when you're not reading them. Long story short, I disappeared for quite a while and didn't really know when I would be coming back or even if I would be coming back. I just didn't know if I should just let this be done, if this should just be over, and I am going to be really honest with you, I still don't know. I'm still kind of on the fence. Partly it was nice not having to even think about any of this, but I think that's because I was just so not me. I feel like part of my brain was broken. It was just gone. And I miss it. So even though it was nice not having to think about things, plan for things, read things, hi Casanova, and give myself unnecessary work, I also kind of enjoy it. So I've missed it, and I feel like that part of my brain is starting to wake up again. I honestly, for at least 4 or 5 months, didn't even want to read. It didn't even cross my mind, and that's not ever been who I am. That's just not a part of me. And it felt really weird, but also like I was so disconnected that I just didn't care. Like, caring takes energy and effort, and I didn't have that. So it was just like this lost part of me that disappeared overnight, basically. And it was like, is this it? Is this the new normal? Am I just not a reader anymore? Yeah, it just felt like overnight I was someone else, and that part of me was just gone, and it felt really strange and a little bit hollow, but also like I just didn't care. And I thought that was just what it was. I thought that was just how things were now, and that maybe that part of my life is over. It was so thorough that it felt permanent. But over the last few weeks, I have noticed that I'm starting to feel like I used to. And I think that's what really has made me realize how much of a drain being sick and being in chronic pain really, really are. That they made me feel like a totally different person, and now that I'm kind of past those things and I can breathe mostly freely and I'm not really in pain, not any more than normal, it's like I suddenly give a shit about all the things that I gave a shit about before. And both times it's like flipping a switch. When it went away and when it came back, it was just like, hey, there it is again. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know if any of you can relate to that, but basically what it means is that I'm thinking about blogging and vlogging again, and whether I'll be permanently back into it or not, I can't really say. I don't know, but I do know that I did miss you guys. I miss talking to you guys. I miss finding out your thoughts on things and what you're reading and excited about, what's going on in your life. I've missed sharing bits of mine, and I've noticed that even when I was kind of disconnected from things, I would still catch myself thinking in terms of a vlog, or I would wake up one day and just be like kind of talking to you guys in my head, and I wanted to just dive in and, just didn't have the energy, but it was still there. The bookish parts were broken, but the community aspect, I guess, was still alive. So even though, as I said, I haven't been reading, so I don't really have much to talk about on the books front. I mean, I do have some things to say. I have read a couple of things, and I had videos that I started before I got sick back in February. Some that were almost completely edited that I just, when my brain broke, it was like they didn't exist anymore. So, I mean, there are some things, bookish things to talk about, but mostly I just kind of want to reconnect with you guys and just thought we could have a little chat. So, I want to know what's going on in your life. It doesn't have to be pandemic related, if you're trying to escape from that, horrible reality and want to share some nice things, I would love to hear them. I know everyone's sick of coronavirus and politics. I'm not sick of talking about those things because I think they're important, so I will gladly chat about those with you, but if you want to chat about other things too, I am game. Tell me the good things that have been going on in your life, and tell me, have you been sending snail mail and trying to reconnect with people in this kind of new normal of a socially distant world? Have you been teaching yourself new skills? Have you been learning to bake bread and you started gardening for the first time this year? I'm loving seeing all of that. We had a kind of like perfect moment before all of the protests and horror really began, where people were just kind of trying to reinvent what their best life looked like, and that was really fantastic. So I would love to hear about what you've been getting up to. I would also love to hear about what you've been reading, if there are things that you think are great and that would be great for diving back into reading and would be engaging in a funk breaker. I would definitely love to hear about those because, as I said, I haven't been reading and things haven't been calling my name, with one exception, and I would love your recommendations on this. I'm really craving something kind of whimsically witchy. I've talked before about how I love kind of female lineage stories and whimsical, quirky, like kitchen witch magic. Things like The Price Guide to the Occult and Sarah Addison Allen and Practical Magic, the movie. Somewhat the book, but mostly the movie. Things like that. I want something like that. I want a world like that to fall into. Good small town charm. It doesn't have to be magical. That's just a bonus. If it's got something a little bit fabulous or magical realist about it, I would love that, but I want something that's going to give me a nice warmth and happy escape. So if you have recommendations of books like that, I so very much want to hear what they are. But even just other things that you've been reading, if there are things that are getting you through. For me, the only things, I didn't read solidly nothing for 3 months, maybe 3.5 months, and then the first thing that I did read was a reread of a comic book. And that was supposed to be my thing that would get me back in. I was going to reread it and move on to the next volume, and I didn't even do that. It was another full month before I picked anything else up, and when I did, it was an audiobook of a romance novel because I figured that would be, light and easy, and I did make it through that. Took me longer than it should have, but I did make it through it and enjoyed it and felt like, okay, I'm getting back on track. So I moved on to another audiobook of a romance and listened to most of it before my Hoopla credit expired and it went back, and just didn't care enough to check it out again and finish it. So that is the totality of my reading since I got sick in mid-February. I'm not exaggerating. That is literally it. 1 3/4 books and 1 reread of a comic. But I'm so ready to dive back in. So I would love to hear from you guys, and I just want to reconnect. You can talk about books or you can talk about anything. Just, tell me what you've been up to and what's good. I have been, for the most part, mostly apathetic about almost every single thing in my life that I love. Books and gardening and whatever, just haven't cared. And though I do care about, I cared about the gardening and cooking, but I couldn't do it because I was in too much pain for months. But the one thing that I gave a shit about like a little bit extra and was kind of using as my bit of escapism was definitely snail mail. I've been sending out a lot of packages, a lot of snail mail, lots of cards. If you follow me on Instagram, I've been doing a card challenge with a friend of mine where we alternate who gets to pick what the theme is or what the challenge technique is, and then send each other cards on that for that challenge. And that has been a real saving grace for me. So until I kind of know what the hell is going on and what I'm doing, and I'm reading more to talk about more books with you guys, I might put up some snail mail videos or some vlogish type things, some cooking, some who knows what, maybe just some sitting down and chatting with you guys. I don't know. And I honestly, this could be one video and then you won't hear from me again for 2 months. We're in a weird time. So just don't know what's going to happen, but let me know what you'd like to see, what you'd like to chat about, if you're cool with just whatever the hell for the time being, and let me know what you've been up to, because I just want to see your face through your little profile pictures, even if it's just, that blank gray nothing face. Just want to chat with you guys and let you know that I'm okay, and that I hope that you're okay, and that we've still got each other. So that's all. Just wanted to hop on and show you that I'm alive and that I still give a shit about you. But until next time, which will hopefully not be too long from now, that's all for now. Thank you guys for watching, and I really, really, really hope to chat with you in the comments and on Twitter and Instagram and wherever else you may want to chat. But until then, thank you guys for watching.